Hello, everyone. If you're looking and watching this video, and today, as you have probably seen the title, it says hunting, the business hunting methods, or this is no fishing, huh? It is hunting. And hunting is something which is a little bit different from how you poach, how you pitch. So, no P, we're going straight away to the hungry hunters. So, with me, I have my friend from Kuwait. Hi, Mufdal. Welcome to the
Hi,
show.
hi, thank you.
Okay. And if you're watching this, just to tell you that we have a very important question coming up from him. And I said, why not we do a kind of a Zoom call or, we record this session because people who are watching like this might have an awesome exposure to something they might not know. Or if they know, that can open up new innings for them. Or if you know both, then it can be something where you can scale up from where you are right now. And if you know how to scale up also, the next question is, how do you get people to refer you? That's a part of the hunting. All right. So bring back the question. I think let everyone hear it out.
Yeah, but let me know something like how you hunt the influencers, how you find the influencers, how you
Okay.
get them to contact you or something.
That's nice. Um, Let me put this word called influencer. Probably 2 years or 3 years back, I never knew this word. I didn't knew this word in the English dictionary also as influencers, and I have a problem with this word because I was working with people who I call them as the first level or first quadrant guy under Robert Kiyosaki's principle, where these guys are lone warriors, solopreneurs. They're trying to do something. They are everything by themselves. They are the marketing guy. They are the operations guy, admin, HR, everything, right? And indirectly, I have been running a company quite profitably from last 15, 16 years now. And that was into marketing and advertising, where I had confronted probably more than 700 or 700 odd number of CEOs and CXOs. That includes even politicians, actors, actresses, doctors, entrepreneurs, industrialists, and the list is huge. I never knew that this is something which can be called as not solopreneurs. It's the new brand, new packaging. It's called as entrepreneurs in disguise, called as influencers, right?
Influencers.
And so this is something that actually disconnects me from the actual world. For me, there were three people earlier in my life. I have got somebody who is a source of inspiration. I have got somebody looking at them, I get motivated, and now I have got somebody who is filling up my inboxes asking me to join his webinar, and they are calling themselves as influencers. Okay, and before I go into the influencing stuff, I want to have a kind of a clarity to this. There might be people who might hate this kind of a statement, which is okay. You are free to talk. I think our government gives you that license of freedom of speech. So this is what I want to talk to you guys is, if you have coins in one pocket and if you have probably notes in one pocket, okay, and if you walk, if you jump around, where is the sound coming from? Right? The sound comes from where? The pocket which has got coins, right? I see the influencers are doing the same thing. They sound too much. They are flooding the internet. They're flooding the social media. They're flooding everywhere with their posters, YouTube, podcast, and everything. Trying to do what? Trying to gain that attention, trying to gain that interest. By which what?
Making sound.
Make a sound. After making a sound, do what? Now, here is a very beautiful principle that I talk in my own program that is called as Influencing Yourself, where in 37 days, somebody from zero, he can get into that highest level of entrepreneurship through influencing. And that is something by not adopting directly anything, but from finding something within your passion stuff, your freedom stuff, whatever you like to do. Okay. And this is the kind of a different level of challenge, because the power of looking inside and working in that speed is really difficult sometimes, because people usually give up on the 15th day or 16th day. Now, this is what happens is we go probably 10 feet deeper than the surface. And this is what happens in the influencing structure also is, if you want to understand that you need to do a business, you need to understand one word called as fear and logic. Okay. Any example you can give? I'm sure you have a pen with you. Can you just show me the pen? Okay. This is a simple pen. The device that you are hearing is a little bit more complex device, right? The mobile phones or the laptop or the computer that you have. Now there is a price difference. All the products, everything which is there in front of you, the materialistic products, you have purchased because of a formula, because of a system, because of a need. And this is something that I call it as the fear stage. Now, you might have an examination tomorrow and you find your existing pen is not working. You're scared. What do I do tomorrow? I have to write and to go and buy. Maybe. Or tomorrow I have a good deal and I cannot go with a very common pen. I need to buy a good Mont Blanc pen. Right? So unless and until you reach to that fear level, you don't get into something called as the hunger level. Hunger for what? Hunger for finding a solution. And that's the time you need to figure out the logic. The logic is something where you need to figure out, okay, I have got 10 bucks. Can I buy a pen from this shop or that shop? Should I buy it from Amazon? Should I borrow from somebody? Do I check my every action that you want to do? There is a logical apprehension before that, isn't it? Right?
Exactly.
And at that point, you see, there is a detailed understanding of that. If you can position yourself at that point, you do not have to pitch. You do not have to be what do I say? Going ahead to do the sales. The sales word does not work. You are actually there when that positioning of the need has gone to the fear level. The discomfort is right now in front of the solution, and you are the solution, which is logically there. So you don't have to get the best product in the world. You don't have to be the best servicing guy in the world. But if you can position yourself at that point, and you yourself are the only one. So this is what I call it as unique selling proposition is dead. If you want to be the monopoly, not there. It's not there. So I have got something which I teach in my classes. It's called as unique aggregator integrated proposition. You might not have the best thing. You might not be the only one in that business, but you can create something like you can have multiple things which can give the actual proposition right. So let's say you have a pen, and might be I don't have the best pen, but I have got something which is the best ink. Make sense? Okay, and probably I can give you something along with that. I can help you to use that kind of a tool which can work with the budget that you have. It might not be the best one. Make sense? So you have something which is unique. Yes, what is unique is the aggregator model of your business, and that is integrated, customized only for that customer at that point of time. And there he finds the logic which meets his apprehension. So there lies the hidden answer to your question is, how do you find influencers? Rather than that, change the perspective and look in this way is, how do influencers find you? How does that make you feel?
Yeah, that's nice.
Okay? And probably the answer to this is, I think we go back to the, I'll say my childhood. Okay, how many brothers and sisters you are?
For me, one brother, one sister.
Okay, so if you guys were young and you need to take your parents' attention to do something, might be buying a candy, you cry. You ask, and that asking will go to crying stage. And at that point of time, you need to create that energy so that you get the best attention. So you cry more. You cry more, understand, for your parents, it becomes a fear stage. Man, come on, shut down, dude. Don't do the embarrassment here. Okay, I'm going to buy you the product. Don't worry. Okay, that's a fear stage. And unfortunately or fortunately, without any marketing, the guy sells the candy to you. You are happy? You're done. That is happening everywhere. Are you crying enough? Are you crying with the people enough? So this is something that we go into deeper sections when you go into something called as prospect closing. Then we have got something called as client closing, influencer closing, entrepreneur closing, industrialist closing. Today we have something which is beyond. it is like association closing as well, where you are right now at a mercy of vote. If 10 people vote out of 11, okay, great, then the product is sold, right? The power of veto. So you have different proposition of positioning your services, your products, might be yourself as well. If the product can be yourself, for example, I do something called as, let's say a keynote speaking, right? I charge for keynote speaking, and the value proposition is I have to get into that level where the team of, the panelist has to select me other than anybody else. I have a competition there. Everywhere there is a competition, isn't it? Okay. So what do? If I need to position myself there and I want you to get back to me, I do understand is everyone, this is the funniest part, and this is something which I call it as the formula, not formula. So a formula is what? Formula is a catalyst where the complex thing becomes simple, isn't it? A big mathematical problem, put a formula, you get the answer. Done. What is a law? Law is like law of gravity. It will work for anyone and everyone. You throw anything on top, it's going to come back, right? So if you can create a formula, which is a shortcut with the absolutely a natural principle, and this is what I'm talking about, is you have a law, which I have written it in a book called as Unlimited Money Making Machine. If you can read that formula and if you can implement that, this works 100%. 100%. And this has been very detailed wise, it has been written there. The link can be down there, you guys can have your own copy. But the understanding is, if you know this technique of how do you create yourself with that kind of a credibility that you don't have to go and pitch. Rather, the client comes back to you and asks for help. That means one thing is, you know how to talk about their pain point. And that is the truth. So how do you know about their pain point? That is the one thing I teach in something called as hunting. Hunting is not about just getting inside, knock the door, open the thing and shooting. No, it's not like that. You need to understand. Now, for example, just imagine if you want to hunt a whale, you need that kind of equipment. You need to go through that geography, isn't it? You need that big ship to carry that whale. What are you going to do? You're going to tie it in back? No. If you want to catch, sorry, come again?
Yeah, we cannot tie them back. We need to have a good equipment.
You need different equipment. You need a different ship. You need a different understanding. You need a different climatic conditions to understand. You need that permissions to get inside, first of all. You cannot do that, right? So there are a lot of things. So a hunter is a very planned guy. Very, very planned guy. He doesn't go behind running a chicken. No. He has this set of information by which the chicken comes to him. How smart you can put the hunting thing. So this reminds me of a Jackie Chan movie where he wanted to get a chicken to be he doesn't want to steal a chicken, but he wants the chicken to come to him. So what he does is he takes some rice and puts in a bottle of wine, and he puts the wine into a small line of that rice, and ultimately he goes out of the area where the boundary ends, and the chicken slowly goes eating all the rice. And when it is drunk to that level, it suddenly comes to his leg and it drops. What an amazing way of hunting. This is also hunting, right? My question is, do you have the rice? Do you have the idea to get a rice? Do you have the time to put the rice inside the wine? And do you have the idea of putting the right structure of how much rice to put where? What if the chicken is already half drunk in middle before crossing that line? So you need to understand those optimization about giving your credibility as well. And that is all about hunting. So if you are listening to this and if you want to know beyond this hunting structure, how exactly anyone and everyone can come and fall prey, I don't want to use that word, but fall prey, lay prostrate and says, hey chief, you are the only one who can help me out. The savior, help me out with this problem. And that time, who has the authority? It's you, right? And again, that is a part of the program again, where I call yourself as unlock the ATM inside you. ATM has a full form. And if you don't know what is that, it's called authority, trust, metrics. There is nothing beyond that. You become the topmost zenith point of that industrial ladder. And you are the only one who has this integrated power. You might not be the best one in one thing, but you are the best in accumulating all this integration of various aggregator modules. Right? For example, Amazon has the best logistics. They have the best softwares. They have the best marketing team. It's an aggregator model. Single, one guy is not best in anything, isn't it?
Yeah, right.
So now, I think I've given you a piece of an iceberg of how exactly these things can work in. Right? And if you need to know more about that, the link is down. Please watch out the webinar which is coming up this week. And I'm sure there will be a lot of things that you can discover beyond this. And I invite you directly, as I said, but this invitation is not like an influencer invite. If you feel that this is something worth for you, valuable for you, then make a choice what you want to do with this video. Okay, over and out. See ya.